Next, let us try to find a factorial of a given number by using a recursive technique. We all know that the factorial plays an important role in mathematics as well as statistics. And factorial. For a given positive integer n, the factorial is defined as the product of all integers between n and 1. An example is 5 factorial. The symbol here which I am showing you is exclamatory symbol, which is nothing but a factorial. It denotes a factorial in mathematics. 5 factorial is equals to 5, that is 120. The result will be 120. How do we identify the factorial of a given number? Is 5 which is multiplied by 4, which is multiplied by 3, which is multiplied by 2, which is multiplied by 1. In general, we say n factorial is equals to 1 if n is equals to 0. If the given n value is 0, then we say the result is 1. If n factorial, which is equals to n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on till 1, if n is greater than 0. If n is equal to 0, the result will be 1. Otherwise, if n is greater than 0, this will be the general form. That is what this example shows. So there are two ways to describe the factorial. The first way is iterative description and the second way is recursion description. First mode, iterative descriptions, as the students might have learnt it in the first semester of degree, as they have while learning C programming, they might have learnt it by iterative process by taking loopings. An example of this I would like to show you an algorithm, iterative process algorithm. Step 1, fact is equals to 1. I am going to assign a 1 value to a variable fact. And the second step, so there will be iterative loop, that is for I is equals to 1 to n, do fact is equals to I into fact. So this will repeatedly perform till this condition satisfies, till the nth value. And step 3, end of for loop. And step 4, return the fact value. In step 5, you have to stop. This process we have learnt it earlier itself, so I am not going to teach you about this iterative process. Next we are going to know a recursive way of finding a factorial. The factorial of a n, which is equals to 1 if n is equals to 0, if otherwise n into factorial of n minus 1. So let us look at into a algorithm. Step 1, if n is equals to 0, then fact is equals to 1. If the given n is equals to given n value is equal to 0, and it will return fact is equals to 1. Or else the step 2, else fact is equals to n into factorial of n minus 1. And the step 3, we are going to end up the if statement, that is the condition. And in the step 4, we are going to return a fact. And in the step 5, we are going to end the algorithm. Now let us try to implement the above recursive way of finding a factorial algorithm with an example. Let n value is equals to 5. Now factorial is a function int 5. If 5 is equals to 1, if this given condition is false, return 5. Obviously the given condition is false because 5 is not equals to 1. The result is 5 and it returns 5. It returns 5. Else return 5 into factorial of 4. In this case, which is going to return a function result as of 120. See, when this function returns 5 into factorial of 4, immediately the function factorial of int of 5 will call factorial 4. Again, this arrow indicates the function is calling int 4. Now again, once again the condition is going to check. If 4 is equals to 1, again once again the condition is false and it is not going to return any value over here, and it jumps to the else part and return 4 into factorial of 3, because this is 4 minus 1 is 3. Immediately when it reaches, the control reaches to this function, and immediately function will call by itself again factorial of int 3. If 3 is equals to 1, return 3. No, it is not going to happen. It immediately jumps to this part, 3 into factorial of 2. When function calls by itself, again it goes to the same function, it calls the value 2. 2 is equals to 1, else part, and then 2 into factorial of 1 this time, that immediately factorial of int of 1. If 1 is equals to 1, now the condition is true, so function is reverted back. It is going to revert back now and return 1. So this process, while reverting the values, so what all the result it is going to revert. See, the first it is going to revert the value is 1, when immediately 1, this function will be followed 1 into 2, that is 2 will be returned to this, and in turns this will return to 2. 2 will be multiplied with 3 and it is going to return 6, and 6 is multiplied with 4. 6 multiplied 4 is 24 and it is going to return 24. In turns 24, the result of this 24 into 5, the result is 120. So at last we are going to get as a result of 120. So in this example, you could see the stack operation is performing. So while the control is checking out the condition, if 5 is equals to 1, and it jumps to the else part, and 5 into factorial of n minus 1, that is 5 minus 4. So this is the way it is. There is a operation is performed as push operation. While reverting it, there will be operation is performing as pop operations. Let us continue the same example. Push example, that is a push. The function factorial will call the same function factorial again and again until the condition k is equals to 1. K in the sense the function n itself, where it return 1. Factorial of 5, which is equals to 5 into factorial of 4, this will enter to the next level. Factorial of 4, which is equal to 4 into factorial of 3, which is once again the factorial will be executed. Factorial of 3 into, in the similar way, so on till it reaches the result as of 1. See what is happening here. The operation push is performed. You could see that parallelly, that example I have shown it here with the pictorial representation. See, this is a stack. The top is this 5 into fact of 4, and the next level of top is 4 into fact of 3, and the third step 3 into fact of 3, and the fourth step 2 into fact of 1, and the fifth step 1 into fact of 0. When it reaches 1, and now the push operation is going to, pop operation is going to perform. So now pop, when the steps for calling functions are finished, now each operations will return the value to its previous function. See, therefore the factorial of 2, because already it has reached 0, it has popped. So now factorial of 2 which is equals to 2 into factorial of 1 is 2, factorial of 3 which is equals to 3 into factorial of 2, 6 it is going to return. Factorial of 4, 4 into factorial of 3 is 4 into 6 is 24. Factorial of 5 which is equals to 5 into factorial of 4 is 5 into 2 and 24, that is 120. At last the result we are going to get it is 120. You could see that this is shown with a pictorial representation of pop operations. This second number is popped, and the next time top value will be decremented by 1, and the next 6 will be popped, and next pop value will be decremented, and next number will be decremented, that is 24. So next popped out, and immediately the top value will be decremented by 1, and now we get a result as of 120. Hence 5 factorial is equals to 120 is it. I hope you people are understanding the concepts. Similarly, the examples you can perform on recursive techniques are multiplications of natural numbers, Fibonacci series, binary search, Tower of Hanoi problem, GCD, greatest common divisor, and reverse of a string.